Okay, so then I will start. Hi, I'm presenting the company BioBeat Solutions, and my mentor is Evelyn Tsai from Gigascale. We are a team of three, Karina in the middle, who is an ecologist and environmental activist. Mike is a successful serial entrepreneur, and I'm a chemist and engineer active in biotech. BioBeat provides an eco and climate-friendly biofertilizer for enhanced crop production that also provides moisture retention and enables carbon capture by encapsulating fungi and bacteria in a biodegradable hydrogel. So if we look at the synthetic fertilizer industry, the synthetic fertilizer contains phosphate and nitrogen to enhance the growth of plants that feed the world population, but there are many problems. For example, industrial ammonia production is consuming 2% of the world's energy and is expensive. It also produces 1 to 2% of atmospheric CO2, which is promoting global warming. Phosphate is a non-renewable resource that is causing geopolitical instabilities worldwide. And both nitrogen and phosphate can leak into groundwater and by extension to rivers and oceans. And this pollution is estimated to cost $2.2 billion annually in the US alone. High nutrient loading leads to more microbial produced nitrous oxide emissions, a greenhouse gas that is 360 times worse than 1 molecule of CO2. In addition, soil carbon is depleted due to intensified agricultural practices, but we need climate active solutions that promote terrestrial carbon capture. So it's very clear that we have to stop destroying our planet and to switch gears to offer a solution that sustains food production while preserving our planet for future generations. This is where BioBeat kicks in. BioBeat is addressing all the issues of the synthetic fertilizer industry, and our competitive advantages are that we provide farm profit because we require less or even no fertilizer input. We add beneficial microbes to the soil that enhance the nutrient flux to the plant to then enable a higher crop yield and therefore more crop harvest per acre. The hydrogel that I explain in a sec also offers moisture retention by which water stress and therefore crop loss is lowered. We also provide profit through carbon credits. BioBeat increases soil health because it offers these beneficial microbes to persist longer in the soil, and the hydrogel increases their contact time with the plant. It also prevents washout due to, for instance, rain events. So the environmental benefits are lower water pollution, less nitrous oxide emissions, and carbon capture as climate change mitigation strategy. Here you can see our innovation. On the right, you see an image of a beet next to a seedling and a magnification of the bacteria here, the white colony, and the fungus, the yellow blob here, growing in the gel. Our technology is based on 3 major scientific principles. Principle number 1 is that nitrogen and phosphate are sourced from the native soil and the air. Nitrogen fixers here in orange fix nitrogen from the air to a plant accessible format. And phosphate solubilizers here in pink activate phosphate usually locked up in soils. The principle number 2 is that nutrient flux is enhanced to the plant by which the crop yield is enhanced by adding a fungus into the pool. The fungus here in green harvests the nitrogen and phosphate from the bacteria, and it hands it off to the plant. In return, the plant provides carbon through photosynthesis to the fungus, which is then passing it on to the bacteria. So this leads to an efficient trade of carbon and nutrients, where then the fungus benefits in the middle. Also, the fungus can grow out of the hydrogel to reach the plant and also to expand into the soil to increase the surface area for nitrogen, phosphate, and carbon capture and exchange. The principle number 3 is that water and air pollution and water loss are lowered. The nitrogen fixers only fix as much nitrogen as the plant needs, which is avoiding water pollution. And lower nitrogen in the soil maintains a native soil community that keeps nitrous oxide emissions low. And the hydrogel here in blue can act like a sponge, which is then preserving moisture and also adds robustness to the crop. Here you see our results. In the red cups, you see how tomatoes treated with synthetic fertilizers are smaller if compared to a tomato plant treated with the biobeat. We also tested this in a greenhouse, and the biobeat treated tomatoes grew taller and produced bigger tomatoes. And these results were statistically significant, as also shown by the plots. Here in red, tomato treated with biobeat, and blue treated with synthetic fertilizer. And the plants that were treated with biobeat grew consistently taller and had more leaves. Wheat showed the same success, as you can see from the bottom plots that display taller plants and more leaf count for wheat treated with biobeat. This is also reflected in the right figure that show taller plants and more crop harvest. Switchgrass, which is an important energy crop, showed the same success as well. Version 2.0 will integrate our patented carbon capture technology to offer a climate-friendly biofertilizer for either agricultural or forest soils. And our biofertilizer is then expanded by adding carbon capturing microbes as well as carbon absorbing biochar into the pool. Agricultural soils hold the ability to sequester up to 2 gigaton carbon per year, so 20% of the 10 gigaton per year sequestration requirements to revert climate change. The synthetic fertilizer industry is a $173 billion market. However, the damaging effects generate the need for biofertilizer, which is currently an estimated market of $3.4 billion. Biobeat is the only moisturizing biofertilizer that increases soil nitrogen and phosphate and adds carbon capture potential. Our customers are farmers and any farmer and any distributor in the sector. And furthermore, we will mass produce the Biobeat via Captive Biosolutions, which is a company owned by Mike and I. The distribution is very simple and can be done at the same time and with the same equipment used at seed sow. And the reapplication is minimized as the microbes persist in the soil where they replenish nutrients. Biobeat provides a path forward for independence from the synthetic fertilizer industry and for less environmental damage. Biobeat offers increased profit margins due to higher yield and therefore more crop harvest per acre, and it provides additional profit through obtaining carbon capturing credits. This project started with the onset of Karina's postdoctoral fellowship, supported by the Washington Research Foundation. We received support from Commotion, the Tech Transfer Office of the University of Washington, and got into the Equalize program. Soon after we obtained our full patent, And we have received funding from USDA and plan to spin out and commercialize in 2024. And for that commercialization, we are hoping to connect with investors to get support for large-scale field trials. Thank you.